Right, hey, good evening everybody and welcome to Thursday night. My name's Alan Patterson. I am coming to you live from Misano. We are here for the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. This is round number 3. It's a wet, damp, moist Misano. And I think we're going to see some very exciting racing going on here tonight. You join us with just under 22 minutes of qualifying to go. Drivers have just gone out. They are about to start setting their fast lap times. So should see time start coming in. Here we go, 1:45.1. And Mr. Peters, a 1:44.4. So times are going to chop and change, and we'll try and keep you as much up to date on the action as we can. Okay, before we get into all of that, let's have a look and see the track map. This is where we are tonight. It's Misano. Very popular track with the GT3 crowd, but also very difficult track. And tonight we're adding in a whole bunch of standing water and falling rain. It should provide some interesting action. Our standings. Let's have a look at the championship standings before we get into it. Up at the top, we've got Mr. Daniel Rowe for Hybrid Academy. Then it's Christopher Radloff, Ryan Ottens, Deploy, and Johan Beger-Krobler rounding out your top 5. Points 100, 72, 70, 70, 62, 59. It's super close, so everybody's got a lot to play for, and to try and not get any contact or any accidents or anything like that. Team standings, this is what we look like. Hybrid Academy, X4 up at the top, sharp end of the stick. Kinetic Simworks Racing's right there. C Squared, Kinetic Simworks Racing Torque. And then Hybrid Academy 4th with Kinetic Simworks Racing Vibe, rounding out your top 5. Right, let me get my cameras working and everything in the right place. Welcome to everybody on the YouTube channel. Mr. Rose there. Good evening, Daniel. Sorry, buddy, you're not managing to race tonight because of the shedding. Yeah. I'm kind of in the open, so the stream should be good. Even if it does shed, I've got some inverters here. Should be able to bring you all the action non-stop. Okay, just need to quickly load a remote camera tool. We'll get into this. I think I can touching wood now, but thankfully I seem to have overcome my my problem with this OBS output system. It's had some new updates done to OBS, some new updates done to the YouTube channels and how it interfaces with the YouTube channels. So hopefully it's all good to go now. Right, and I was just about to say Beger-Krobler leading us out here with the camera on him, and he does, in fact. He goes back to the top. So for a moment we had Van Wyk in pole. Kieran Patterson now pops up into second place for PWSR, and Van Wyk drops down to third place. Here he is. So the Kinetic Simworks Racing cars, PWSR and Hybrid Academy, they're first top 3 teams at the moment. Christian Deploy on YouTube, how's it, buddy? And terribly sorry you're also out. Yeah, listen, I don't know what to say. It's not a good place to be at the moment. And if I can say anything to anybody, if you do have some cash lying around, you'd be very wise investing in something to help your home and your lifestyle. Mustech 1400 watt inverter or any of these wall mounted jobbies, a couple of batteries, just something to get you through for the 2 hours or more. It's not a big outlay, trust me. Can get away with the small low-end costs here. Nikki Pearson, hello. She's out there and shouting for Untitled Brace. Bernard King currently in 5th place. I had an awesome dice with this man last night. It was a good sprint race last evening. Ryan Ottens, yeah, just coming out the pits in 7th place. Sean Buck, our LNR leader, he is currently in 13th. Anthony Wilson, also in one of the LNR liveries, the big Bentley. Anthony Wilson in 18th. Total I have, let me see, yeah, here's Eric Kirstein. So I've got 24 drivers on the track, or on the serve at the moment. Here's Mr. Untitled Brace in the legendary Herbie GT3. It's just the best livery out there. Oh, there you go. You got to save, got to buy some bits and pieces. Slim Swat, he's there and shouting for KSR Vibe. Who's the drivers for that team, sir? You're gonna have to refresh it. My memory here. Justin Lotus for Hybrid Academy. He's here down in 19th. So 14 minutes 20 seconds to go, and it's Morgan McCall that jumps up to the top of the grid. Jan Bago Krobler in 2nd in the pits, Kieran Patterson 3rd in the pits, Hannes van Wyk 4th in the pits, Bernard King up into 5th place. Christian Venter here in 6th place for Kinetic Simworks Racing. Another one of those big Bentleys. Peter Oosthuizen, here's the man, part of the BWR team, and he is in 7th. Mac van der Merwe, also Kinetic Simworks, he is in 8th. 9th place, Jason van Rooyen in the pits for White Rabbit Racing, and Ryan Ottens rounds out your top 10, racing in one of the Lexus. Ah, there we go. Gideon Renner, got you. I had a huge dice with them last night. I actually ran out of petrol around the last corner and tried to swerve in front of Gideon, hoping that he was going to hit me in the back and push me over the line for 3rd, but he managed to sidestep me and go past, and he finished 3rd and I finished 4th, and it was an awesome race actually. Right, Gideon Renner still got to put in a quick time. He goes back into the pits, so he's struggling a bit with the Ferrari. Mac van der Merwe up here in 8th place. He's doing good. The Gideon's probably just chilling and watching Mac go around from the pit lane. 12 and a half minutes to go, and we have a yellow flag on the main straight as Mac van der Merwe pulls over and comes back to the pit lane quickly. Good looking teammate cars there. You can see the flash difference on the front splitter, the mirrors and the rear wing, the yellow and the blue. Very clever. Right, 142 zeros, which is expected from these guys. We do have a serious bunch of aliens here. We were doing 142 fours and 142 twos in race last night. So quali, they should be in the low 42s, maybe even the high 41s. I doubt it with the rain, but this is still good timing. Oh, Christian, well done. Renner has a quali ban. Okay, good. I didn't realize that. Thanks for the update. I didn't get an update. I didn't download the update on the penalties. So Gideon Renner might have a quali ban. And for those of you watching, feel free to bump up your stream if you have the bandwidth to HD 1080. I'm transmitting out here at 8 megs a second. So it should be very clear, very high res, and you should hear everything. Bandwidth to... Oh, here we have some Hybrid Academy and Kinetic Sim Works. Jan Vega Kroble in his Aston Martin, and there we have the one Lexus getting out the way. We've got a blue flag, two Astons having a good little battle on the track at the moment. Hannes van Beek, here he is for BWR Vipers. Bernard King. I think it was Bernard King who was just ahead of Vega Krobler just now. Thanks, Daniel. He's also saying some drivers also with ballast. I'll have a look and see quickly. Right, that's tonight. So, car 14, Christian Fenter's got 10 kilos. Robin van der Merwe's got 30 kilos. Kieran Patterson's carrying 30 kilos. Eric Christine's carrying 20. And Gideon Renner in the pits, he's carrying 10 kilos. And indeed, Gideon Renner, car 550, he's got a quali ban. So, thanks for the update there. Okay. Just on 8.5 minutes and counting of this quali. We should be starting by the looks of it. Gonna be starting a little bit before 9 o'clock, I think. Very close to it. So I know Virtus is trying to get the race in. Yeah, we should be starting before 9. Still no change? Oh yes, there is a change. Mac van der Merwe, here he is. He's just gone up into 3rd place. So Slim Swat, he should be a happy man. Kinetic Simworks Racing, Vibe, there we go. And Mac in 3rd place, so he's carrying the flag high. Christian Fenter, now in 4th with Kieran Patterson. In 5th place, he's half a second. Let's look at these lap times. 142.0 for Morgan McCall versus 13th place Ryan Ottens, the second back. So we have 13 cars within a second of each other. It's ridiculous. Gunnerman Price hanging around down there in 22nd in the Herbie GT3. Let's see if I can actually go and get this here. Watch it. Is in the pits. Okay, bear with me. Round to the back here. Yes, look at that. It's a Herbie GT3R. Gotta like it. I thought I'll just share that with you for those of you that haven't seen it. Right, Sean Buck in 12th place for Logistical Nightmare Racing. See if he improves. He does, in fact. It goes up to 10th. He gets a little bit quicker there. Daniel Eskin's shedding his load. Hey, man. A fast shout out to some good friends. Jason Luck, if you are out there and watching, either working or at home, I don't know. And Andrew up in Johannesburg. Hello. What's up, JJ? Right. Morgan McCall, still the quickest. 141.982. He does in fact go sub 142s. Kieran Patterson 1/10th behind him. Here he is, racing in my team in the livery, EWSR livery. Hannes van Beek in 3rd place now, and he pulls over in the BWR car. He's 3/10ths off, goes back to pits. Johan Bogo now in 4th. So lots of changes happening here. Mac van der Merwe in 5th now. 5 minutes and counting. And the weather is wet. As you can see, 3 clouds and 2 rows of rain. Yeah, Slim Swat, glad you like it. That's the team heaped together, Porsche GT3. Gentleman Price and Stephen Koenig. Stephen Koenig not racing tonight. I think he's in one of the other heats if he is racing. But yeah, that's a classic livery. That I enjoy doing that one. Sean Mumford here in 16th place. Sean Mumford also part of the White Rabbit Gaming. My good friend George G. Mac Smith's connected. And Bertus Janse van Rensburg, here he is, struggling in 17th for BWR. Heinrich de Vet in his Bentley for Kinetic Simworks. This team's grown exceptionally big, I must say. Here's Jason Luck, here he is. He wouldn't have heard anything. He was talking to me just before I fired off the stream. So good luck tonight, young man. Jason flying BWR Porsche. Daniel Erasmus in the pits at the moment in his Ferrari with Janneman Price. Morgan McCall chilling in the pits. I think he's happy with his time. 141, oh, he's gone quicker. 141.6 for Morgan McCall. He's half a second quicker than the entire field. It is super close actually. If you have a look from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 6 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 7 tenths, 7 tenths apart, all the way down to 8th. So these guys, we got 6, 7 cars 2 tenths apart. Super close. I did read today for those interested that Eskom are lowering their stage 4 to stage 2 at 10 o'clock tonight. So I don't know if that'll affect anybody now or not, but yeah, hopefully something. Hopefully they do get on top of the outages and the their poor substation management and maintenance and do what they're supposed to do. Right, 1 minute 47. Johan trying everything he can. Gonna go to a helmet view here. Very tricky at the end of that long back straight to get the brakes on while the car's turning in the wet. I found it extremely challenging, and I see a lot of drivers tonight running wide there. Guys are going to have to be careful for off-track excursions, although in the wet I noticed you can go off a few times, you don't seem to go quicker at all. So the chances of getting any penalties for off-track are a lot lower in the wet. Yo. And put your forked tongue away right now, Mr. Rowe. Yesterday. Right. We're here watching Johan Krobler trying to improve on his lap time. We'll quickly cycle to the driver's view. And here he comes, and now he starts into the green. Now he's run a little bit too wide. He loses a lot of time through that turn. Short shifting, he's actually given it up. So that'll be the end of his quali. He's going to probably take it back to the pits. Mac van der Merwe, he's 6th place. Still on a hot lap, so we'll see if he can find any improvement. Yeah, Christian, I agree. Sure. Daniel? Yo. Ryan Ottens in 7th place, also going quick. Trying to find a little bit of advantage where you can. There's this tricky braking now. Last right-hander. Get around there. Try not to run too wide. Now nail the brakes for the hairpin. Turn it in. Hope the front grips. Then hammer it out of there. Lift a little for these two double left-handers. Brake. Drop a gear. Turn in early. And try and carry as much momentum. And Ryan's packing that lap in. Bernard King. Here he comes in 8th. Is he on a quick lap? Is this going to improve? And it doesn't. He calls it quits right there. Jason van Rooyen. And he's back in the pit. So that's that. We're done. I am going to go to a quick ad break and I'll be back shortly. Right, you back with me? I was on the grid and we have 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes countdown. Let's get mode. "25 degrees, we got no wind, so should provide some very awesome racing this evening." Morgan McCall on the front row. Next to him, Kieran Patterson. Go, Hannes van Wyk. 3rd place, Aston Martin. Sean Buck, look at that. He jumped up into 4th place for Logistical Nightmare Racing. Jan Vega Krobler in 5th. The Aston. Stable Aston's up here. Mac van der Merwe in 6th place, next to him against the pit wall. Ryan Ottens here in his Lexus, out on the outside. Bernard King on the inside in his Aston. Christian Venter on the outside here in the Bentley. Peter Oosthuizen for Black Widow Racing on the inside. That rounds out your top 10. Eric Peters, one of the lonesome and only Audi here this evening, correct? Also for Black Widow Racing. Jason van Rooyen up against the wall. That's White Rabbit Gaming, Aston Martin. Paul Gerber, yeah, he is in the Team Tryhard Racing Pro Lexus. Justin Lotus up against the pit wall in the Hybrid Academy car, Aston. Anthony Wilson for Logistical Nightmare, 15th place on the outside. Sean Mumford up against the pit wall for White Rabbit Gaming. Curtis Janssen van Rensburg in the McLaren outside. Black Widow Racing. Ruben Venter up against the pit wall in his Bentley. Heinrich de Vet, another Bentley on the outside. Jason Luck, Black Widow Racing. Daniel Erasmus in his Ferrari. Janneman Price in Herbie. Eric Kirstein, the Ferrari for Team Tryhard. Gideon Renner right at the back, and Junior McCall actually right at the back. So Junior McCall managing to get on and in this race. Here we go. Lights are out, and they're going to start their pace lap. So that puts us up to 25 cars. A couple of late joiners here. 25 cars for this round. Lots of standing water, as you can see in the kitty litter off track, on track as well. So wet conditions. A couple of pools on the track here and there, and you've got to stay off the painted surfaces in these conditions. Otherwise, you can expect the cars doing pirouettes and a ballet dance down the track. And the time is 9:03 on the dot. So there we go. With all the countdowns, we are starting. As I said, I thought just a little bit before 9, but it's not. Anyway. $80 minutes here this evening. 1 hour, 20 minutes. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, race time. Very similar looking color schemes here between the Kinetic Simworks cars and the Team Hybrid Academies, I must say. Right, I'm going to follow from, where do we think? Hannes van Beek, 3rd or 4th. We'll keep it on Sean Buck's car in 4th place. So I'm going to follow helicopter view from here. So we should be able to follow, we'll go back one more. So we'll be with Mac van der Merwe. Right. We go on the start finish line. We're lining up. We're waiting for the green lights. There we go. We got a quick jump going up the pit wall. Oh, they're three next to each other. Oh, there's more contact. Sean Buck in the middle of a sandwich there with Kinetic Simworks. Oh, and another punt from behind, but everyone manages to hang on. And right now we come... Oh, Sean getting a huge slide in the Aston Martin, the LNR car. Mac van der Merwe coming through. Here we come down to the sharp hairpin. Pretty clean so far through here. Oh no, there at the back there's a little bit of contact. One of the cars has gone off, and everyone pretty much safe and sound and on their way. So let's go back up to the front. Here's Hannes van Wyk. Watching him, he's got Johan Krobler just behind, and he's looking ahead at Kieran in the yellow McLaren, and ahead of him is Morgan McCall in the orange and green Mercedes. They come down the long back straight. It's first right-hander. Everyone should be flat out through here. Looking all the way back, looks everybody's behaving through those corners. Now they're braking into this tricky right-hander. Van Wyk gets very close up behind Van Wyk. Going hard on the brakes, first lap. Good stuff going on here. Alright, there we go. First lap done and dusted. McCall leads from Patterson, from Van Wyk. Vega Krobler and Mac van der Merwe rounds out your top 5. Now it's a matter of maintaining race pace, keeping control of the car, and not getting involved in anyone's dramas. Here's Bernard King having a moment before he runs super deep through there, and that's Mac van der Merwe that he's dicing with in the Ferrari. So he did do a scent, went past, and then outbraked himself. Mac's gone ahead. Right behind Bernard King, there's Ryan Ottens in his Lexus. And Ryan now looking, but falls back in line, and just behind him, Sean Buck. So he's kind of managed to hang in there and is in the top 10. Eric Peters and Paul Cabber round out your top 10. Through the hairpin onto the back straight, everyone goes. And Morgan putting a bit of daylight between him and Kieran. And Kieran struggling with the extra ballast in the McLaren, but he's trying to hold on to his position. Van Wyk right there, and just behind him, Johan Krobler also right there. And Johan's looking. Through the final turn, onto the start finish line they go, and all good and well with the top 10. Gideon Renner already up into 13th, now 12th. So Gideon Renner is coming through the pack like a knife through butter. Junior McCall still stuck here at the back behind Herbie. So Junior not getting going as quickly as he'd want to. Now coming up the inside of Herbie, Janneman Price stays out wide, and Junior goes through. Go back to Gideon Renner. Here he is. He's got a bit of a gap now to make up to get to the back of Van Rooyen. A lot happening here. Vega Krobler, these guys are next to each other, and Van Wyk and Vega Krobler is just fallen back in behind Van Wyk. They are dicing for position, and Johan definitely wanting to pass. We'll go on board with Johan. Helmet cam looking up ahead at Hannes van Wyk. Nice and easy through the hairpin. Take it easy on the throttle, watch out for wheel spins and all that. Hanno van Mansberg, how are you, buddy? Thanks for joining us. He's there shouting for Bernard King. Seriously had a good race with him last night. We were at each other for almost the entire race. And then Gideon Redder got involved and it became a three-way battle, and this was only for third place. Really, really good fun last night. Right, everyone's spacing out a little bit. Look at these gaps. Paul Gerber, he's looking very racy in the Team Tryhard Lexus. Right behind him, he's got Jason van Rooyen. Oh, Jason van Rooyen's looking super keen to come past. Into the braking point for the hairpin, leading onto the long back straight. Want to get good drive out of here to try and carry your momentum, then pick up a bit of draft if you can. Everyone single file so far. Some movement down there at the back of the pack. Looking at the deltas. Jason Luck. Let's see what's happening here. He's got Junior McCall right behind him. So it's Junior McCall on the back of Jason in his Porsche. Jason currently in 20th. And Junior, is he driving up the grid where he started? Jason runs wide. Junior McCall waiting for a chance, and then he's going to try and make his move. And Junior goes round the outside through T1, T2, and that's position up to 19th. Right, we've had some dramas up at the front here. Kieran up into the lead. So, Morgan has gone missing. I think we've got a disconnect here. I've got C. Fenty in the pits, but I cannot see Morgan on our timing screen. Morgan McCall, oh, here he is. No, he's not. So I've got him on 13th on my screen, and I can't select him. So I think, unfortunately, it's had a disconnect or a hardware problem. I find it weird, though, because Junior's still on the track, but never mind. So Kieran now trying to lead, and he's got some serious interest from Van Wyk, who is desperately trying to hold Bago Krobler back. Hey, Honor, thanks, buddy. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with this and getting used to the guys and the cars and the teams. So thanks for the comments, man. And Bago's going to sit and hang around and just keep on applying pressure to Hannes van Wyk. Meantime, Hannes van Wyk is now right under Kieran's rear wing, so he's looking to apply the pressure, and Kieran's going to have to deal with all of this. Kieran having to run defensive now. He's going up the inside, so this is going to compromise his line. Now into the braking. Will slow down, come through there. Nice clean stuff. These three are definitely pulling away. The gap 1.6 seconds back to Mac van der Merwe. It's behind Mac. We've got... Oh dear, and there we see Hannes. And he's now struggling to come back on the track. I did catch... Oh, and he goes across the track. Oh, Shane, that was bad luck. Hannes van Wyk has just gone from 0 to 0. Let's go and watch that replay on my manual replay system. Here we go. Jeez, this is a bit of commentator's curse because my camera was on him. So he brakes hard into the hairpin, gets super close. Looks like he has to stand on the brakes and turns the car around. Oh, that's bad luck. Oh, seriously. Sorry, Hannes. Oh, Mr. Fenter, stop, go 30. I think that's for speeding in the pit lane, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't even go in the pit lane. That must have been some contact somewhere. So that's one of the stewards handing out, I think. Fenter's pitted, as we can see, so he's done his pit stop early. So, right, let's catch up with 1 hour, 10 minutes, 9 minutes to go. Kieran Patterson leading from Johan Berger-Krobler now by 2.6 seconds. Third place, Mac van der Merwe flying the flag for Kinetic Simworks Racing, Vibe. And behind him, look at Bernard King. Oh, Bernard King and Ryan Ottens. It's all going on here, and so is Sean Buck involved. So Ryan Ottens going through in the Lexus, so this is a position change for 5th and 4th. I think we're going to change camera. We're going to go to helmet cam here. This is Bernard King looking up ahead at Ryan Ottens' Lexus now. Ryan getting a good pass in there. This corner very difficult. Hard on the brakes through here. Keep off the paint. Now very big braking marker point for the hairpin. And then try and carry some momentum. Ryan runs a little wide there. He's off track, comes back on track. Bernard King is very quick through here. He was chasing me through there last night and he was super quick. So, this dice has got everybody queuing up behind them. Sean Buck, he's there right behind him. Derek Peters in the lonesome Audi. Paul Gerber and Jason van Rooyen with Gideon Renner now in 10th place. Look at Jason van Rooyen. He's also trying to get through here. Oh, they're all over each other. Hang on, Sean Buck's going past. That's the Lexus. So, oh my word, Ryan Ottens has had a moment. So Bernard's gone through and there's contact with Sean Buck and the Audi. I will see what kind of replay I got there. Sean Buck having a moment with that Audi. And that Audi has just gone backwards. Derek Peters in big trouble. Gonna have a look here. Here they come. I quickly jump forward to Sean Buck's Aston. They're side by side as they go through that left. Then he comes back on the track and he hammers into that Audi and they turn around into the barrier, so there's going to be a bit of damage there. Unfortunate. So Gideon Renner in 8th place from the back of the grid. Another exceptionally good drive from him. Last night I think he passed 16 or 17 cars on one lap. It was insane. Ryan Ottens now up into 5th place. So he went up and down just now in the Lexus. He was involved in all of that drama, but he's managed to gather it all up. And he's got Paul Gerber now right behind him. So Ryan Ottens having fun out there in the Lexus, that's for sure. And then we got Gerber and Jay van Rooyen for White Rabbit Racing. Let's not forget about some pit stop strategies. Let's go here to Jason. He's looking like he is Gerber looking a little bit defensive there. Keeping my eyes peeled on the deltas all up and down this grid. So, Junior McCall looking at the back of Sean Mumford. I missed that. I think that's happened already. So he has passed Mr. Mumford in the Aston. There he is behind him. So Junior is up into 15th place. Morgan, unfortunately, has left the show. Gideon Renner, here he is in 8th place in the Ferrari, showing some huge pace. He is now arriving on the back of Van Rooyen's Ferrari of White Rabbit Racing. Peters is still out on the Audi. He hasn't gone to pit yet, so if there is damage, he'll do some pit work a little bit later. That was a little bit of tough racing there. Paul Gerber here for Team Try Hard Racing. Oh, there's a Bentley off there. Who is that? Is that a back marker? It is. I think that's Mr. Fenter. Is that Christian Fenter? It wasn't. It's Ruben Fenter. Good man. So he's just driving off the track to stay out of everyone's way. Well done, Ruben. Let's go back up there. Has Ron Ottens in 6th place, and Paul Gerber definitely applying the pressure. Two Lexus having a go at each other here. What's plural for Lexus? Lexi? Just a reminder, you're watching the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. Thanks to our sponsors, Resource Complete, Statement Watches, Speed Labs, and PWSR. Hope you're enjoying this coverage. And it's good to have a little bit of variability in the weather, I must say. All the quick, fast, high-speed action stuff. Now we've got a little bit of trickery going on, and it's putting other drivers up at the sharp end of the stick, which is great. Bernsey, Bernard King in 4th place. He is he's hanging on to that position. But Ryan Otten's not too far back, within a second, and trying to attack. And I did see Bernard make 1 or 2 mistakes last night, so got to keep your eye off the rearview mirror and just look ahead. Just on an hour left, so guys have been going for 20 minutes. Kieran Patterson leading by just under 2 seconds over Johan Baker Krobler. So they have managed to put a in the background there. Jason van Rooyen all out of sorts as he came through that little kink left. Manages to keep the car going in a straight line. Heinrich de Wet, here he is in his Bentley, looking at the back of Sean Buck. So Sean had a moment earlier with that Audi, in 10th place still and going. Not too much damage, I'm sure, and in the rain and wet conditions, it should be okay. Just up ahead of them, I did just see Anthony Wilson. Oh no, not Anthony, sorry. It's Jason. Oh yes, there we go. That Ferrari of Gideon Renner running very deep. So Jason van Rooyen now right there. Sorry, just jumping around here, but Bernard King, look at this. He is right here. He's looking at the back of Mac van der Merwe. So Mac now starting to feel the pressure. They come through this tricky right, left, right complex section. Then down to the very sharp double right-hander here. Tricky corner this. Bernard looking up the inside, trying to stress out Mac van der Merwe. So Kinetic Simworks teams racing each other here. I'm sure there are no team orders. I would probably suspect as a team owner that one rule is you do not make contact with your teammate, but racing's racing. So Mac van der Merwe is going to hold him back. He's certainly not going to give him the position. And this for the last podium position, third. Oh, Mac's running deep there. Oh, yes, I saw that. So Bernard getting very close, and he had to swerve out the way just in case he didn't run into the back of him. So Bernard King drops 3 positions. He got very close in the draft there, and no, he had to take evasive action just to not run into the back of Mac. He's dropped 2 positions, so Van Ottens and Paul Gerber go through. Just dropping down the grid a little bit. Sean Mumford. We've got Junior McCall in the pits. So he got up to 13 and he's just pitted. So possibly something not 100% right there, either maybe with tires or pressures. And he's pitting. And he's left as well. So right, 58 minutes to go. Kieran Patterson leading 1.8 seconds up the road from Bego Krobler. Mac van der Merwe under all sorts of pressure right now. Ryan Ottens in the Lexus is there. Paul Gerber in his Lexus is there. Bernard King is there. And Gideon Renner. There we go. That's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. As you see then go through the screen. Through the picture, I mean. Yep, agreed. Slim Swat, KSL Vibe, they're doing good here. Mac van der Merwe in 3rd. And Ron Ottens in 4th. Ron Ottens putting some pressure on in the Lexus for Hybrid Academy. Oh, super close. He's like right there now. Mac van der Merwe is certainly going to be looking in his mirrors. Paul Gerber is also there. And Mac running a little bit weird lines. Oh, wow. Got to watch out into that sharp right. And now Ryan gets a good drive. Sneaks one up the inside. He's licked it. And he's sending it. They go side by side around the left hand onto the short little back straight. And, geez, I think that pass has happened. Mac van der Merwe has in fact lost that position. And we've got Paul Gerber in his Lexus now going around the outside. And we've got Bernard King up the inside in the Aston. So Mac trying to gather himself together. Ron Ottens goes up into 3rd place. Now we've got Paul Gerber coming up the inside. Let's drop back one screen. There they are side by side. So Paul Gerber does in fact go past. And Mac has dropped 2 positions in 2 corners. And Bernard King is now starting to apply pressure. So Mac's all out of sorts here in the Ferrari. Now he runs wide. Bernard goes through. And Gideon Renner follows in his Ferrari. So the teammates are now together behind Bernard King. Sure. Mac, gather yourself up there, chap. Ron Ottens up into 3rd. Paul Gerber in 4th. The 2 Lexus. I'm not sure what is going on here now. There's a little bit of a side swerve by that Ferrari into Bernard King. Let's have another look at that. I mean, it looked like Bernard King was actually slowing down on the start-finish line. The Ferrari came across the line. And in the background there, that's the Bentley of Anthony Wilson. Let's look at the replay. Here we go, over the start-finish line. Bernard King moves across. Gideon Renner comes through. then moves across and unfortunately just collects the car because he's still next to the car. Bernard King does very well to catch that. Weird. Are we live? And what am I looking at? There's somebody off wide there. That's Peter Westhuizen. He's just was that Peter Westhuizen? He's gone to pits? He has. Peter Westhuizen, I think, has just gone back to pits. Oh no, it's not. There he comes. He's coming out the pits. My mistake. Right, we're down to Jason here. Jason Lux also disconnected, so he's gone. There's Ruben Fenter. He's still with us. So Ruben is in fact at the back of the grid in 20 seconds. So 3 cars are gone, unfortunately. Heinrich de Wet looking at Sean Buck's Aston Martin just up ahead. These guys half a second apart. Right, so now we're coming into the pit stop window for those of the guys that are going to. And in the wet conditions, now let's mess around with this concept about possible drivers not changing tires. Maybe only doing fuel. Could be an option for some of them. Jay van Rooyen's into the pits. Jason van Rooyen from 16th place. Paul Gerber, he is not too far off the back of Ryan Ottens here for 3rd and 4th place. Dandy Brandy. I like that. And yeah, here's Gideon Renner. He is in 5th place from the back of the grid, having the time of his life. So another great drive by this man. And just behind him there's Mac van der Merwe. Mac van der Merwe was in 3rd place and just hemorrhaged positions for some other reason. He really lost the plot a little bit. And he's now in 6th. And Bernard King, he's right there in his big V8 Aston Martin in 7th place. And busy driving back, trying to catch back up to the back of Mac van der Merwe, and will be applying pressure shortly. Sean Buck in 8th, Heinrich de Wet 9th, and Anthony Wilson round out your top 10. Slim Swat, dis maar 'n renner ding. I dig it. Thanks guys for joining me on the YouTube. I hope you enjoying the coverage and cool chit chats. So keep it coming. Always try and make it a little bit more interactive. Right, Bernard King, he is closing in here. Mac van der Merwe looking at all odd lines as they come into this fast left-hander. And there he runs a little bit wide. Bernard King has got a great inside line through there. And he's super close now as they come down to the hairpin for the back straight. And Bernard King just licks it and sends one up the inside. Mac van der Merwe is not happy at this stage of the race. I don't know if he's overheating tires or what, but he was running healthily in 3rd and he's just dropping like a stone right now. Goes down to 7th. Bernard King up into 6th and looking up ahead to try and get onto the back of Gideon Renner. Last night as well, it was Gideon Renner, Bernard King and myself, so these guys are magnets for each other. 50 minutes to go, and Johan Berger Krobler has closed down a 2.9 second gap. It's now 1.8, so he is getting closer to Kieran Patterson. Ryan Ottens 6.5 seconds back, with Paul Gerber showing some interest here in the Lexus. A lot of interest. As they start a new lap. Eddie Kirstein into the pits from 21st, so a couple of the guys down at the bottom there have all pitted, and we'll be driving from there to the end. Vitus Janse van Rensburg. Oh! Right here on the back of Justin Lottis. And I mean right on the back. Justin Lottis, he's under the wing. Vitus Janse van Rensburg up the inside as they come down to this fast left-hander. Oh, don't move across. Come on, guys, your radars are telling you there's a car there. You can't do that. Janse van Rensburg outbrakes himself. Lottis tries the undercut. He's on the outside now as they come to the hairpin. Janse van Rensburg does get his braking done there for the hairpin, and here they come. So he moves up into 11th. Justin Lottis drops a position, and Mr. Hannes van Beek is here. He is right on the back now of Justin's Aston Martin. And the position changed, just like that. Have a look at that on replay. Through the double left-hander. Wow. Justin just hung it out to dry there, and Van Beek centered up the inside, and position change. Right, back up ahead with Mr. Bega Grobler, 1.2 seconds. There you can see it. That's the gap from first to second. They've in fact passed the Aston Martin of let's catch up here. Now Bernard King's in 6th. It's Jason van Rooyen there, who is pitted. Eddie Kirstein in the pits. Has he come out yet, or is he still in the pits? He is still in the pits. Right. And Bega Grobler is super close now, and Paul Gerber into the pits. So, behind applying the pressure. And or Kieran had a moment, or traffic, but this is now well under a second. Ryan Ottens in 3rd, Gideon Renner now up into 4th, Bernard King in 5th, and that rounds out your top 5. Eddie Kirstein's still in the pits, so I think he's retired, to be honest. Shouldn't be in the pits for that long. Right. Here come our leaders. That gap 8 tenths. So Kieran's stretching it out a little bit again. Could have been traffic. Probably caught up to the back of Jason van Rooyen in a bad place just now. So he's going to pit first out of these two. We're on the pit window. It's 45 minutes and they go through for a lap. Well, 40 minutes would probably be mid-race, but any time from here going forward. But this at the moment the quickest race on the closest ice on the track. Gideon Renner starting to apply some pressure on the back of Bernard King. Right, Bertus Janssen van Rensburg comes into the pits from 10th place, as does Mr. Hannes van Beek. So they're coming into pit. Now we shall start seeing strategies. Gideon Renner's getting closer. Gonna have a look. There he is in the Ferrari, and he is right there with Bernard King. They've extended a bit of a gap on Mac van der Merwe now, 2.7 seconds, so Mac seriously struggling in the Ferrari. Possibly grip, possibly tire temperature, I don't know. Maybe his pressure's out, I'm not sure. Ryan Ottens comes thundering through in his Lexus. Here's Bernard King, now Gideon Renner, and Mac van der Merwe in the background there. Hard braking now into the right-hander. Go back to the leaders, because this is important. Sure, this gap under a second now. So Johan Berger-Krobler definitely the quicker car. Let's look at the last lap times. Kieran 1:43.2, Johan Berger 1:43.1. Quickest lap times, Kieran a 1:42.6 and Johan Berger 1:42.5. So super even, super close. Oh, Bernard King a 1:42.2. So he's seriously pushing. Ooh, Johan Berger either outbraked himself or just got into such a panic there. Now he's struggling to start the car. He's got to stop it. There he starts it. Gets it rolling again. Ryan Ottens has gone through. So I think Johan had to take avoiding action. Let's go and watch that replay. Yeah, we catch them coming down this short back stretch, coming into the braking point, and the braking point is now, and I don't know, he was so late on his brakes, so he had to swerve to the right to miss the back of Kieran, and he does in fact miss him, so good stuff. But that's put paid to that dice. So Ryan Ottens up into second place now, ladies and gents, 8 seconds off the back of Kieran, so he's probably going, phew. That was a close call for Mr. Berger-Krobler. Not too sure how he missed that his braking point there so badly, but he was long past it before he climbed on the brakes. That was super close. Right, he runs through, and Bernard King is now all over the back of him. So Aston and Aston. Mac van der Merwe up into 5th. And we're at 41 minutes left, so it's about time for some more pit stops, I'm sure. Eddie Kirstein's still in the pit, so he has in fact retired. So we have 21 cars left in this race. Started with 25. Not too bad. Sure, I've been lucky tonight. I've managed to catch quite a lot of the close quarters action on the track. Okay, oh no, you got to speak English, buddy. I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna repeat that. No. Right, Erasmus and Janneman Price into the pits. So Herbie's pitting. The sole Porsche in the race this evening. Peters in the sole Audi, recovering and up into 12th place after his coming together with Sean Buck's Aston Martin. Bernard King currently under a second off the back of Johan Berger-Krobler, who's probably hammering himself with that loss of concentration. Whatever happened, it happened. But he completely missed where he was supposed to be braking. It was quite weird, that. Right, so almost half the field has pitted from 13th down. Heinrich de Wet, he's coming into the pits. There we go, from 7th place. Got a 10th. Justin Lottis. And he was half a 10th. It was as he was going over the line behind Mr. DeVette, so that gap was a false representation. Daniel Erasmus, he has pitted down here in 19th, and looking at the back of Jason van Rooyen. And then behind him, good couple of cars. There goes Kieran's McLaren. Here's Jason van Rooyen, and here is Mr. Erasmus. Ron Ottens, 7.7 seconds back off the back of Kieran now, as they come through the hairpin. See any of the leaders going to the pits, and if we do, are any of them changing tires, or is it just going to be fuel? Nope, cars are still running through and running long. Oh, Mr. King, was that Bernard King? Because Johan Bago ran a little bit wide there, and that's allowed Bernard King to close in. Here we are on Bernard King in the helmet, looking ahead at Vega Krobler. I mean, that incident with Johan Bago just now, he was so far past his braking point. It was like he just wasn't looking where he was on the track. Did well to avoid contact with the back of Kieran's car. It's a complete accident, and he managed to quickly recover, but lose his second place to Ron Ottens. When someone's wide here at the end of the long straight. These guys are super close now. I tell you what, Bernard King's right here. That's the Ferrari. That's Mac van der Merwe, isn't it? No. Could be Erasmus, one of the slow markers. Oh, here we go. Vega Krobler and Bernard King, they're almost side by side. Over the start-finish line, Vega Krobler running defensive up the middle of the track. So Bernard King's got to go around the outside. Swings in behind him now. I'm trying to do the undercut. So Johan's struggling now. Oh my word, Bernard King almost into the back of Johan Vega Krobler. Has to put, he threw the parachutes out there to stop that car and avoid the contact. Comes back on the track. Mac van der Merwe just goes through. So Bernard King drops another position. Unbelievable. Every guy I watch just has an incident or a moment. Here's that replay. Right into the braking zone, right there, and he had to steer left to avoid the back end of Bago. Catches it in the sand trap, quick start and go, avoids the Ferrari of Mac, and off they go. Sure, some incidents happening, and we're managing to see them. Great stuff. So Bernard King going up and down, and now he's in 5th place. And it's playing snakes and ladders here today. Right, Kieran, 25 laps done. 8.5 seconds up the road from Ryan Ottens, who is now managing the gap back to Johan Vega Krobler, but 2.8 seconds. Closest dice at the moment is Mr. Oosthuizen. Peter Westhuizen, here he is, and he's looking at Heinrich de Wet just up ahead of him in the Bentley, and these guys are within a second of each other. So good dice happening here. This is for 12th and 13th place. Yeah, the traction control holding on to the cars as they come out of the hairpin. Bernard King closing in on the back of Mack here. Mack having to run defensive. No, moves back into his normal braking line. Hard on the brakes for this fast left. Sean Mumford into the pits from 10th place. Here we go. LNR Mental Panda Gaming. There you go. Sean Buck and Anthony Wilson doing a great job for Logistical Nightmare. I agree. Don't know if you've only just joined us. Sean Buck was here or even close at the start of the race. Had a little bit of a coming together with the Audi of Derek Peters and fell back, but is driven back up to 6th place. So he's doing well. Anthony Wilson was turning his Bentley round earlier. It seems to have gathered it all up, and he is in 8th place. So yeah, good stuff for the LNR guys. And Sean Buck driving with some damage to that Aston Martin. Right, Bernard King trying to get back onto the back end of Mac van der Merwe's Ferrari. He is in fact right here, and they've got a slow marker just up ahead of them. Oh, here we go. Bernard King doing a send up the inside. Mac keeping out of the way, and Bernard nailing his braking points, so he makes that pass stick and goes past Mac and up into 4th place. So good pass there. Oh, and then Bernard. Oh, and look at this. Oh, he catches it. Sorted out. Good catch. Unreal. Again, I caught all of that. I'm not going to show the replay, but look here. Here comes Sean Buck. So Bernard King just tapping the barriers. He got a big tank slapper coming out of there. So all that hard work has gone out the window, and he's back in 5th place. But now he's got some serious interest in the form of Sean Buck, the LNR Aston Martin, who has Gideon Renner right there. Let's look at this. Oh, Gideon having a look. Gideon having a look. Chill out. Everyone's got a brake now. Brake. Through the fast right-hander. Now hard braking for the hairpin. Sean Buck turns the Aston Martin in. Gideon follows with the Ferrari. He is right under the wing here. So Bago Krobler, there we go. People into the pits from the leading pack. Bago Krobler goes up into 2nd. So Ron Ottens has had a moment that we missed somewhere. I'm sorry. Bernard King pits early, so he's going to try and come out of the out into open traffic. Where's Ryan? Here he is. Ryan Ottens was ahead of Johan Bago Krobler, and we missed that. He must have had a problem somewhere. Gideon Renner now. He's right here. 2/10 off the back of Sean Buck's Aston Martin, so Gideon Renner having an awesome drive tonight, coming from the back of the grid and up to 6th. But let's give credit where it's due. Sean Buck doing awesomely well with the LNR car, and he's currently in 5th place. Everyone's due for pit stops soon. Anthony Wilson up into 7th. Jay Lottis in 8th. Bernard King pitted. He's out in 9th place. So I'd say Bernard probably had some issues with his tyre pressures perhaps, and was struggling with the Aston. So he'll have sorted that out now. Half an hour to go. Gideon Renner's looking every which way here. He is looking in really odd places, but he's much quicker. And Anthony peels off, I beg your pardon, Sean Buck. So Gideon Renner comes through. Okay, there's a car hovering in space. Okay, it's gone. Had another disconnect, I'm afraid. I heard that. I can't tell you who it was. But somebody came off at the back, on the back straight. Could be Ruben Fenter. No, we've still got Ruben Fenter. He's in 19th. Derek Peters is now gone. Eric Christine's gone. Jason Luck. Junior McCall. Morgan McCall. Hanneman Price. He's still here with Herbie. Good to see. So down to 19 cars. So we did have another disconnect. Sean Buck in the pits. There he is. And I'm sure he's going to fix that Aston Martin up. Peter Westhuizen. And Heinrich de Wet. Look at this traffic jam. This is for position. Heinrich de Wet, Peter Westhuizen, and Christian Venter, Bentley, McLaren, Bentley. AMR's drifting tonight. Yeah, he's been having a tough time out there, Daniel. Oh, sorry, man, I missed that one. Sure, close racing here. This is the Raceface.Pro GT3 Championship. Thanks to our other sponsors, Speed Labs, Resource Complete, Statement Watches, and PWSR. We are now 27 minutes and counting. Just gone under 28 minutes, so most of these guys, there we go. Gideon Renner's in the pits from 4th. So guys are running Brim tanks. Oh, the Bentley up the inside. Venter looking up the inside and does go up the inside, and there's almost 3 abreast here down the back straight. The 2 Bentleys, it's de Wet and Venter, and now Peter Westhuizen right behind them. You can't even see him, he's so right behind these Bentleys. Oh, look at this under braking. The 2 teammates, Christian Venter and Heinrich de Wet, they're just going, let's race, bro. Kinetic Simworks Racing, we're on it. Right, Gideon Renner still in the pits. The Bentleys are side by side over the start finish line. This is going to end in tears. Yeah, wee. That Bentley's flashing, so somebody's coming out the pits. No one in front of him, so I don't know who he was flashing at, but anyway. And on he goes. So, C. Venter up into 8th. Oh, that's what happened to Ryan Ottens. His inverter died. It was Ryan Ottens that went missing. Damn it. Thanks for the update, Daniel. So that was the car we saw at a weird angle on the start-finish line. He was the last disconnect. So his inverter, his battery power's run out. Such bad luck. Now you can certainly feel the hate for Eskom at the moment, can't you guys? It's absolutely atrocious. I'm due to start shedding now anytime after 10 o'clock, but I do have backup here. Hopefully I don't have any weird thing happen. Touch wood, I'm holding onto my desk. Oh, Venter's getting away, so de Wet is taking strain. Peter Westhuizen is kind of stuck here behind Heinrich de Wet's Bentley. So Mac van der Merwe back up into 3rd place, where he was just now. Anthony Wilson up into 4th place. Ryan Ottens is unfortunately disconnected. Justin Lotus in 5th. And rounding out your top 5, these guys all need to pit still. So 24.5 minutes to go. Kieran Patterson still in the lead, starting a new lap. 32 laps now. And Johan Berger Krobler, almost 10 seconds. Okay, I beg yours, it's 9 seconds. So Johan Berger Krobler trying to drive back and close up. There he is. So these guys are going to have to pit very, very soon. I would probably say this lap, Kieran's going to come in. Yeah, shame, man. I do feel for Ryan Ottens. It was bad luck. Right, Anthony Wilson's in. There we go. So he brings the Logistical Nightmare Racing Bentley in for its regulatory pit stop from 5th. Paul Cabot, where is he? Here he comes. He's coming over the line. So Anthony Wilson's going to drop back. Paul Cabot moves up into 5th. Here comes Bernard King. Anthony Wilson is rolling. So possibly just a fuel, but it's a super long pit lane. Still got this whole section at the end here that you've got to drive. Here comes Christian Venter. He's gone through. Heinrich de Vet. There he goes. So Anthony Wilson's now down to 10th. Here's Peter Krobler. So make that 11th. Anthony Wilson's going to be down in about 12th place when the screens update. So there we go, Sean Buck out in 14th, Anthony in 10th place. So just 4 cars still to pit. Addison, Berger, Krobler, Van der Merwe and Lotus. This is the latest new updated livery for Logistical Nightmare Racing, and it looks superb. Great looking updated livery. Gunnerman Price, let's have a look. Here he is in 18th place, couple of laps and a few seconds off, but still circulating in the legendary team heap together. Herbie Porsche GT3. That car looks fantastic. Gunnerman Price doing a great job. Ruben Venter in the last position for Kinetic Simworks in his Bentley. And you know what, it's all about getting experience and picking up your race pace. So these guys are all improving. They might be at the back of the grid, but they're in pro and they're all improving. Kieran Patterson goes through for another lap. He has now been going for an hour. So this could be a splash and dash right at the end for Kieran. That gap 10.5 seconds to Berger Krobler as Kieran goes past the Ferrari. That is Gideon Renner, in fact. Yes, it is. So Kieran's lapped up to 11th place. Lotus, Justin comes into the pits. Here he is. Nails his pit board marker. Paul Cabot, where is he? Here he is in the Lexus. Paul Cab is just coming through actually to start a lap. Slip and sliding all the way down to the double right-hander. Here he is. He's got to go literally almost all the way around to take that position away from Justin Lottis. Oh, he's passed him. Sorry, my mistake. So that was the position change. Justin's, here he goes. So that's definitely not a tyre. I'd say that's just a splash and dash. Kieran Patterson, here he is, 35 laps and extending the gap now. Jan Bago-Crobley, 11.2 seconds, so he was having some problems. Kieran running this McLaren on fumes right now. Jan Bago-Crobley, here he comes. And he's got a whole bunch of traffic up ahead of him, so that's not going to help. Jason van Rooyen, he's just up ahead in his Aston Martin, and somebody else in a Ferrari. I think it's Gideon Renner. No, not Gideon Renner, it's the other Ferrari. It's Erasmus. There he is, Daniel Erasmus. Mac van der Merwe lapping for Kinetic Simworks. He's now in 3rd place. Bit of a lonely drive now. He's got a big gap ahead and behind. Johan Bago at the end of the long back straight, trying to control the Aston Martin under braking. Ronco Quits, how's it, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Letus Janssen van Rensburg having a good dice. He was involved in a good dice just now with the Bentleys of De Vet and Fenter, but he had a moment somewhere, and he's running a little deep as well, but running well. And in 12th place. Peter Westhuizen, on the other hand, he is right here on the back of De Vet's Bentley. This gap under a second. Peter Westhuizen attacking. There's Andy Walbolt. How you, Andy, man? Yeah, Kieran doing super well this evening, and hopefully he will nail this final pit stop that he's still got to do, down to 15 minutes and counting. So him, Bago-Crobley and Mac van der Merwe leaving it right until the end of the race. But Kieran's got a healthy bit of a buffer between him and Johan Bago-Crobley. And Kieran carries on and goes through. Oh, that Ferrari has just gone past. I think that's Erasmus. Kieran starting his 37th lap. Got 16 minutes left in this race. So he's been now going for an hour and 4 minutes. And it's coming down to... he's now almost 12 and a half seconds up the road from Johan Bago-Crobley. He's got Mac van der Merwe 7.5 seconds further back behind him. So that rounds out your top 3. And these 3 have yet to pit. Just looking at the gaps. We've still got 19 cars left in this race, but closest race is still Westhuizen on the back of De Vet. This Ferrari looking a little bit racy behind Kieran and needs to just keep his distance. What is this? It's not Daniel Erasmus, so it could be a Gideon Renner. It is Gideon Renner, so he's in 11th place. Just don't want him to run into the back of Kieran, but I don't think he will. Kieran coming in yet? He's still not. So he runs through for another lap. Yeah, and Andy man, yep, all good, buddy. Let's see what happens and what days and who's going to race when and what. I know Race SIS are still running the F3 series, so it should all be good. There you go, Krobler. Oh, there we go, Mac van der Merwe. Here he comes. So he's in the pit lane. Brakes right at the line. Oh, it looked like he almost stalled the car there, actually. I think he did stall the car. I think he turned the car off when he hit the pit limiter. Right, he stops. So where's Paul Caber now? Here he is. Paul Caber in the Lexus, looking possibly to take this position. So he's going to move up into 3rd place. So Daniel, you're right. Looks like Paul Caber is going to get a podium result here. Mac van der Merwe is rolling, so there was literally a splash and dash. He's put 10 litres in. Paul Caber around the final turn. Here we go. This is going to be close, I tell you what. Mac is out on the long stretch now. Paul Caber's still got to come through the 3 S-bends at the end of the main straight. There he goes. It's going to come out next to Mac. Mac's out the pits. There you can hear the Lexus. And there he is. Wow, super close. So Mac manages to get out a couple of tenths ahead of Paul Caber. So here's some pressure. Caber's on it. His tires are well set and everything's at the right temperatures, and he's going to be pushing. Try and make this position up. This is for the last step on the podium. So very close there. Vega Grobler 11.2 seconds off the back of Kieran Patterson, and they are still to pit with 12.5 minutes left. This race not over yet, I'm telling you. Paul Caber in the Lexus coming up the long back straight. He is right here behind Mac van der Merwe. So Mac's going to be watching in his mirrors. And Paul Caber's just going to push and apply the pressure. Team Tryhard, Lexus, with the new Ping sponsorship. Right, into the sharp right hand at the end of the main straight, through the right, left, right. Paul Caber, oh, he's super close here. Max struggling with the Ferrari through there. Paul's got to brake a little bit earlier than normal. Follows Mac through the double right-hander. Now this little kink on the left. And then hopefully gets a good drive onto the straight. Paul Caber's got a great drive here. Go on board. And he's looking. Now he pulls back in behind Mac. Mac swings to the left. Doesn't outbrake himself, nails his braking point, and Paul's got to follow him through. Getting down to the hip and down to the long back straight. This is where Paul's got to get good momentum out of here. Brakes hard, climbs on the petrol. Traction control holding the Lexus back, but off they go, and him and the Ferrari, same gap as they run up the back straight. It's going to be a bit hairy at the end of this back straight. Lexus gets super close in the drop. They've got to brake early. Max running a little deep. Paul gets the Lexus to turn in. He's almost side by side. Now the little kink to the left and one more onto the start finish line. Paul Gerber's all over the back of Max Ferrari. That gets a little bit of a slide going there, and it allows Paul to get a good drive. Oh no, Bega's gone. Jan Bega Krobler just disconnected from second place. The load shedding's just hit him at 10:15. So that puts Mac van der Merwe up into second. Paul Gerber gets promoted to third. And another driver disconnects. Sorry, Johan. Kieran Patterson, 9.5 minutes to go. Hopefully his UPS and everything is good, because it's going to hit him if it hits me. And Kieran's in the pits. Finally, here he comes. So the McLaren's in. This is going to be a fast splash and dash. Goes right to the end of the pit lane. Stops. Oops, a little bit of a pull forward. Backs on a bit of gas. It's literally probably going to be about 10 liters. There's it, off the jacks, and he's rolling. Oh, bad luck, Johan Bego Krobler from second place, man. Here's Mac coming down the back straight through the double right-handers now, and then the hairpin. And Kieran's out the pits, so it looks like that's done for Kieran Patterson. Hopefully he didn't get a... He didn't. He's out the pits. 8.5 minutes to go. But everybody's now hanging on for dear life that Eskom doesn't load shed in their neighborhood. Oh, Paul Gerber got a huge bit of a slide going on there. It was Tyson and Heinrich de Wet. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. Heinrich de Wet just ghosting around a little bit, but he's still ahead in the Bentley. It was Tyson's right there, still in the McLaren. Here we go. Load shedding just hit. Saw my lights flick, so I know it's happened here. Hopefully Kieran's still running. Oh, are you kidding me? Kieran's disconnected, so his battery's died, or there's a problem with his inverter. So it's Kieran out of the race from the lead. That puts Mac van der Merwe into the lead, and Paul Gerber in second place. Wow, that's terrible. I'm commentating on it. I mean, I know he's got the equipment. His house is tripped, or his UPS is tripped. I think we're going to have to do something there. It's going to be disappointing. He was 12 seconds up the road in the lead. So Mac van der Merwe going to take the lead and the win possibly. Paul Gerber now pushing hard to try and make this position up. 7 minutes to go. That's terrible luck for the guys up at the shop end of the stick. Right, Paul Gerber within half a second off the back of Mac van der Merwe with 6.5 minutes to go. As close as you can get. But this is the dice for first place. 17 left in the race. Yeah, load shedding, it's not fun, eh? So currently, Peter Oosthuizen still busy trying to get past Heinrich de Wet, and Paul Gerber trying to get past Mac van der Merwe, with just on 5 minutes left in this race. I Martinez Null on the YouTube also shouting, keep it there, Mac. Yonka quits. Does this count as dark humor? Definitely. That's just terrible. Yeah, Daniel. He's got a UPS. He's got batteries. His house is tripped. I don't know. I'll be talking to him afterwards. I think he's going to be miserable, but disconnected. As the load shedding hit me, it hits him because he's up the road from me, and he's disconnected. Gonna have to do some investigation or some updating, or I don't know what. Something's wrong, or there's too much draw in his house, but we'll work on it. All right, we're under 5 minutes to go. Mac van der Merwe hanging on. Here he is. It's the Kinetic Simworks Racing Vibe Ferrari, and after 1 hour and 15 minutes, the gap between him and Paul Gerber, just behind him for Team Tryhard Racing, is 7 tenths. Pit window is now closed. Everyone has in fact pitted. Bernard King up into 3rd place. He's going to get a decent result here for Kinetic Simworks Racing. Prism and Christian Fente into 4th place for Kinetic Simworks. And another Kinetic Simworks car in 5th place. So very good result for Kinetic Simworks Racing this evening. Mac van der Merwe leading them out, but Paul Gerber's still pushing. Just under 3 minutes to go, and Paul Gerber's literally got 2 laps left to make it happen. Daniel, throw some sunlight liquid them. Oh, just up ahead, Janneman Price in the Herbie Porsche. Hopefully he will see these the leaders coming along, and he'll not be a part of the tussle. He does. He runs wide through the hairpin onto the back straight, and the leaders go through. Oh, Mac running a little deep, and Paul gets even closer. Well done, Janneman. Good stuff there. Paul is right here now. Mac makes one mistake. He must be shaking under the pressure. Literally, they've got, it looks like from here it's going to be one more lap. They both run a little wide, grab their braking points. Paul Gerber is probably wondering what he's got to do to get past this Ferrari. Right, they start their last lap. All super close now, and I mean super close. They're side by side. Into the hairpin, onto the back straight. Paul's running out of corners. Literally got the hairpin at the end of the back straight to make it happen if it's going to happen. Yeah, KSR. Oh. Mac running severe lines up the inside. Paul going all the way around the outside. Now they're braking hard for the last two. Mac running up the inside. Mac sliding on his own. He's done that all on his own. Paul goes round the hairpin. He's probably going, what has just happened? Let's go and see where Mac is. Mac's got the car going again. So Paul Gerber goes through. Where's Bernard King? Bernard King's through. So Bernard goes up into second place. So Paul Gerber, Paul Gerber wins. Bernard comes over the line for second place. Mac van der Merwe is going to finish in third. Oh, shame. He's probably kicking himself after that. Definitely. He's going to see that on replay. Oh, he just hammered that Ferrari to pieces. Here's the replay as they come through the final couple of corners. And Paul Gerber's nowhere near him. It's the last corner braking, and Mac right there, the car just slides out. Wow. So there we go. It's all done and dusted. Well done. Paul Gerber does in fact take the win. Bernard King second. Mac van der Merwe third. Christian Venter. Ryan Ottens. Sorry. Oh, they could have disconnected. He had disconnected. Westhuizen fifth. Anthony Wilson for LNR in sixth. Gideon Renner seventh. Justin Lottis eighth. Curtis Janssen van Rensburg into 9th place, and Sean Buck rounds out your top 10. And that is that. So, wow. It was a very interesting, very challenging race for a lot of the guys this evening. Yeah, what can you say? It's Eskom. It's not fun. Guys having load shedding problems left, right and center, but hey, good racing nonetheless. Those who did manage to finish, they did very well. It was always going to be a challenging race, but some awesome driving, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream as well. We managed to capture quite a lot of the action going on. A lot of passes, a lot of slips and slides. But bad luck to all the guys that unfortunately disconnected tonight. Hopefully we step it back down to stage 2, Eskom, please, and we'll get some more racing in. So hey, from me, it's been fun from Misano. I will catch up with everybody next week Thursday, and that'll be round 4. And where are we next week Thursday? Let me just double check. Paul Ricard. So we're going back to the long straight, and Paul Ricard, and that'll be a day race, I believe. So yeah, okay, good. That's it from me. I'm going to say thanks for joining me on the YouTubes, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you soon. Cheerio.